Good afternoon to you all. My name is James Law. This is my wife Tamara. We launched Mr. and Mrs. Smith back in 2003 now. As Philip was saying, I'm managing director and Tamara is the marketing and online director. So we have complete role reversal in our family. I'm very much sort of the romantic brand type guy and Tam is the technical one. So this presentation is all about how romance met technology, I guess. We're a travel club, in case any of you don't know much about us. We represent about 500 boutique hotels around the world currently. And we specialize in finding the sort of ultimate romantic hotels for what we Brits call a dirty weekend, which we mean in the very best possible taste, of course. We've published 6 hotel guides so far, and we've sold over 250,000 books. We now, as you heard earlier, have about 75,000 members, and you can now book all the hotels either online or through our in-house travel team. So the guides have been a brilliant start for us. It's a fantastic place to establish your brand, gain members. It's also the most wonderful marketing tool because it actually makes money, and I'm sure all your marketing budget's getting squeezed at the moment. This one really does work for us. So the challenge for us was really, how do we expand what was a publishing business into becoming a boutique travel club, and how could we make people who knew us as publishers now want to think of us as a place to find and book their boutique hotels?
So along the way we had many technical challenges. We had to first migrate all the content online and continue to expand it, which we still do today. We had to develop a fully bookable website, coming from a publishing background of course, and we had to choose a technical partner to do so that would allow us to work with all the types of hotels, from hotels that like to work with the GDS and CRS systems to hotels that still do reservations by carrier pigeon. We had to use technology to build an international scalable proposition and a recurring transactional business, which was something that our publishing business couldn't do. You can sell someone a book once, but you can't, but a person can book with you online again and again and again.
So, only you ahead of technical. So I think everyone asks hopefully the same sort of questions that we did when we set out. When you're starting up a business, you know, where are you going to find these elusive customers, this right customer for your brand? How are you going to get them to then transact with you? And then how are you going to get them to do it again and again? So it's all about, I think, to start with, if you move on one more slide, it's all about respect. I think particularly when you're selling luxury, and although we do some good budget boutique hotels as well, the majority of our hotels are fairly luxury, I think you can say. You have to have even greater integrity and credibility that you build within your brand, because people are spending a lot of money with you. It's a considered purchase. So our hotel collection is all hand-picked by us. We personally visit every single one to make sure they sort of tick the romance box. We then send our tastemakers, who are people who aren't hotel inspectors, but hopefully you can trust their opinion. You may have drunk in their bar, eaten in their restaurant, read one of their reviews. We have about 250 tastemaker reviewers. We always send them away as couples, because it's important you get a balanced view, rather than, again, this sort of hotel inspector sitting at the back of a hotel on a Monday night telling Tam and I how we should be probably enjoying our weekend. Didn't feel right to us. So sending people away in couples is really important. And then sending them away anonymously. You know, we don't want people to know that we're coming. And again, that builds the credibility, it builds the integrity. We then also have a network of what we've called Smith Spies. There are sort of foreign correspondents, if you like, who are around the world in destinations, keeping us up to date, making sure our destination guides and hotels are living up to what we said they were originally. Plus our members, of course, who are very vocal, who also give us feedback continually.
Credibility also comes with being current, and I guess this is the more technical side of the business. But our mantra has always been not to follow fads or just jump on the bandwagon just for the sake of it. We do it always for the right brand reasons. We have a blog, but that was so that we could have an up-to-the-minute and less formal voice than the one we had on our website. We also Twitter because we wanted to have more of a dialogue with our customers, and although we're still young on Twitter, that's starting to happen already. We've been able to pull and push suggestions from customers through our Twitter page. We have already and are planning mobile applications to give customers a choice of booking channels, but we haven't found the right reason for us, for example, to go on Facebook. User-generated content, we did decide we wanted to do this. We decided we definitely didn't want to be another TripAdvisor. So for us, the only way that we allow customers to put feedback onto our site is if they've actually stayed and booked through us. So then we know they are genuine customers. With SEO and PPC, you've just had a talk on that, so I'm not going to talk about that very much. But our strategy has always been to obviously nail the key terms for us, the luxury, the boutique, and the destination terms. But it has been crucial also to increase our presence in the long tail, and this has really, our blog has been a real help with this.
So, something my mother never said to me, but we're advising, by all means do sleep around, but do, choose your partners carefully. Successful relationships with other brands will get you more customers. I think you have to think outside the box. I think too many people stay within their own industry to try and marry up with partnerships. You've got to think about the lifestyle of your customer. We very much did this at the beginning when we started. Our PR agency, for example, was not a travel PR, was not a book publishing PR. They were a lifestyle PR. So you've got to think about what your customers drive, what they wear, what they read, what they eat, what they carry in their luggage, and then really try to target partners that way. So a classic one for us, just to tell you what worked really well, was with cult luxury brand Agent Provocateur, which I'm sure some of you will have heard of. We did a very simple reciprocal hotel and laundry sort of shopping offers for our different databases. But what was clever is we also did some co-branded gift boxes, which you could then have delivered to your hotel. So rather than maybe Mrs. Smith getting a box of chocolates or flowers on the bed when you arrive, Agent Provocateur gift set worked far better, so I'm told. So, so this is the kind of thing that we look to do with partners.
What was clever about this particular promotion was that the website's linked at point of purchase, allowing the transfer of customer data across depending on the reward level and based on spend. It also allowed us to data capture for both parties based on travel preferences and purchase cycles, and so that made all the information useful to both companies.
So again, more advice from mother, but saving yourself that special one after being told to sleep around everywhere. It's important that you do go for some big partnerships, some really special partnerships where you can be a bit more overt, if you like, with what you're doing, but don't do it too often because I think it will dilute your brand. A good example of this for us has been a partnership we did with the Telegraph once a year, national newspaper. We run a classic 2-for-1 on room nights. Now, it's not something we do every week, because otherwise we'd be known as a bucket shop for boutique hotels, and that's certainly not what we're in the business of. But we are in the business, particularly in these current times, of giving people fantastic value wherever we can. So we work with the Telegraph, just gone actually, so you've missed it, I'm afraid, if you didn't see it. But we have a 25% increase in that month on our unique visitors. It generates literally thousands of new customers for us. It also generates hundreds of new members. We have also a huge uplift in regular bookings as well, just from the natural traffic that's coming to our site. It also drives people, obviously, from the newspaper to our website, and then the booking is made through our in-house travel team. So people get to experience everything that we have at Mr. and Mrs. Smith, so it's the perfect showcase, and the customer comes out with a fantastic deal. So again, I wouldn't advise you do this all the time, but it really is worth saving yourself if you do find an amazing partner like that.